All right, open your boxes. You get a pardon, and you get a pardon, and you get a pardon. Everybody gets a pardon.
Well, one person who's definitely not going to get a pardon, at least not during this video, is Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey had a panic attack as Trump drops bombshell receipts from her during the Democratic National Convention speech she gave. And this stuff is just too funny not to comment about because it's complete hypocrisy. And Trump revealed in real time, as Oprah was endorsing Kamala Harris on stage at the DNC, Trump did what Trump does. He posted a picture of a letter that she sent him, wishing him she was his presidential running mate. Donald, I received the book excerpt. I have to tell you, your comments made me a little weepy. It's one thing to try and live a life of integrity, still another to have people like yourself notice. Too bad we're not running for office. What a team. Well, Oprah, people are noticing, and your words are exposing you for who you really are.
And we've got to hold these people accountable because according to interactive polls right now, according to their latest polling, Harris is up 53.2% over Trump, 46.6% in terms of chances of winning. And in terms of electoral votes, Harris is up at 280.5 over Trump at 257.5. And this is terrifying because if people don't know the truth and they continue to believe the propaganda that billionaires, celebrities, the deep state, and the media machine wants you to believe, well, we're in real trouble. So I intend to continue to hold these folks accountable, share the truth, max out my freedom of speech, and continue to fight for truth, justice, and the American way. And exposing these fraudsters and crooks is really too easy.
And listen to Oprah literally beg Donald Trump to run for office.
Would you ever?
Probably not, but I do get tired of seeing the country ripped off.
Why would you not?
I just don't think I really have the inclination to do it. I love what I'm doing. I really like it.
Also, it doesn't pay as well.
No, it doesn't. But, you know, I just probably wouldn't do it, Oprah. I probably wouldn't, but I do get tired of seeing what's happening with this country. And if it got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally because I really am tired of seeing what's happening with this country, how we're really making other people live like kings and we're not.
What do you think of this year's presidential race, the way it's shaping up?
Well, it's going to be very interesting. I think that probably George Bush has an advantage in terms of the election. I think that probably people would say that he's got like that little edge in terms of the incumbency, et cetera, et cetera. But I think Jesse Jackson's done himself very proud. I think Michael Dukakis has done one hell of a job. And George Bush has done a hell of a job. You know, they all went in there sort of as semi-underdogs, including George Bush, and they've all come out. I think people that are around all three of those candidates can be very proud of the jobs they've done.
You've said, though, that if you did run for president, you believe you'd win.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd win. I tell you what, I wouldn't go in to lose. I've never gone in to lose in my life. And if I did decide to do it, I think I'd be inclined, I would say that I would have a hell of a chance of winning because I think people, I don't know how your audience feels, but I think people are tired of seeing the United States ripped off. And I can't promise you everything, but I can tell you one thing, this country would make one hell of a lot of money from those people that for 25 years have taken advantage. It wouldn't be the way it's been, believe me.
But the propaganda machine is only getting worse. The lies and deception are only getting worse. And my frustration and anger is only getting worse. And evidently, I am not alone. Both Michelle Obama and Oprah Winfrey seem to be willing to tell the biggest lie they need to tell because in politics, whoever tells the biggest lie wins, are simply lying about everything in order to ensure that Kamala and Biden can continue to fund proxy wars and potentially start new wars in order to feed the industrial military complex.
Didn't aspire to be wealthy. In fact, they were suspicious of folks who took more than they needed. They understood that it wasn't enough for their kids to thrive if everyone else around us was drowning.
Evidently, Big Mike, I mean Michelle, did not get the memo that most Americans are drowning in credit card debt and are in real financial trouble, real financial pain, something that Oprah and Michelle know nothing about. The American thing to do is fund more wars all over the world in order to create endless profits for the deep state, for the military-industrial complex, for the elites, just like them. But they ain't like us. Unless you believe Oprah, because she's exactly like us. And the fact that she basically owns a Hawaiian island and did nothing at all to help any of the Hawaiian people when there were the mass fires, where she could have literally stroked a check to buy every single resident who was impacted by that fire a new home. She did absolutely nothing, which does not surprise me because the lizard people aren't going to do anything for they, them, and those, or anybody other than themselves. They're not exactly Americans who are neighborly. They're elite and they only want more. Mine! Not yours. Unless you're on their teat. And in case you haven't figured it out by now, the only people that are going to save us is us. But I sure do like to hear about how victimized Oprah really was and how this country has repressed and kept her down. But maybe my interpretation is wrong. I mean, I'm just a white guy making videos on YouTube, and I'll probably be canceled immediately.
People who want to scare you, who want to rule you, people who'd have you believe that books are dangerous and assault rifles are safe. That there's a right way to worship and a wrong way to love. People who seek first to divide and then to conquer. But here's the thing. When we stand together, it is impossible to conquer us. No matter what ship our ancestors arrived on, we are all in the same boat now.
And she's right, which is why we must make America great again.